Hello everyone, and welcome back to Infinite Rails. We've been making a bunch of changes lately. In fact, I have been doing a ton of off-camera work. And just to provide you an example, you see this platform? Well, now it goes this way too. Which means we can actually run a train longer than 2 cars on here if we want. But if we do want a short train, not to worry, I left these switches in, we can do a short train as well. I've also added back here a loop so that we can actually turn stuff around. Eventually we'll be expanding our railroad that way, but not yet. To say nothing of what I've been doing up the other end of the line. Yeah, let's just say that there's a whole lot of stuff if we go past the current end of track. And we might, I repeat, we might go check out what's off this way. Suffice to say, it's a lot. But for the time being, I think what we're going to do, well, first off, I'm going to go pop into the voice channel. We might have a friend or two come join us today. We're not sure yet. I'm going to go over to a certain spot, and we're going to go test out one of the new features. In the latest update, they added super elevation to the game. For those of you who don't know, that basically means we can now bank our turns. Now, I'm not a huge fan of how this part turned out. I mean, it's nice and smooth, and then I just got this really sharp bit right here. So I think we're going to rebuild it. I'm not too worried about this, because right now that coal mine is empty. It has no coal. There is no reason to come up here. In fact, there's a chance I end up just, abandoning this. But then again, I also might want to use it to get somewhere else. So we'll see. For the time being, though, let's rebuild this part of it. We're gonna demolish this, and we're gonna add super elevation. We're not gonna do it to the whole thing, so it will look a little bit weird, but that's okay. So to start things off, we do some track. We're going to do a little bit of straight track here. I'm going to keep the ends horizontal in this case. And you'll see that there's a mode for super elevation. You'll also see that if we go to curve mode, it'll actually tell us what our radius is. But for the start, we're going to do a straight transition. We're going to make it, we'll go 35 meters long. That's arbitrary. And now I'm going to use the N key, and we're going to turn this track. Now, I don't know about Europe, but in the US, the maximum super elevation for a mixed-use line, freight and passenger, is about 5 inches. So we're going to do the same thing here. That's roughly 5 inches. And now you'll see we are keeping that super elevation as we swing around. And that super actually stays even as we go to a different type of track. Now, I haven't tested to see if it works with bridges yet. We're going to try and we're going to be a little sharper on the bridge, but not too bad. Do another stone piece. Again, similar. Maybe a little bit less big. And we're also going to start coming up. And then here, now we're going to come to this end, I think, since we're tying into an existing. We're going to straighten it out. We're going to come down. If I can get the amount right. We'll do a bigger transition on this end. And then we're just gonna swoop around like that. So if we look, you'll see that we come down. Actually, I don't need to come down, so I should probably... We're gonna rebuild this then. Turns out I don't actually need to come down all that much. And yeah, you'll notice the super elevation also changes depending on which way I point my mouse. Let's maybe come to here and see what happens. Yeah, that looks a bit better. And you'll see we come down, we come around, we are banked. We are still banked. We hit this tangent, and then we level out again. And now, rather than try and copy that, we're just gonna do that. Now it's a bit trickier. It doesn't seem to want to link on the bridge. Just have to know what our distance is and maybe run a test engine on it. At a glance, it seems to work. We got our joints. I think we're gonna be good. It's not letting me hook to any of these points, so I think we're fine here. But that's the basics of how it works. Let's say we go back, take a train up, and I'll show you what it looks like. So we're just going to take this train up to Pottsburg and back. Or at least up to Pottsburg. I might not even take it back. Pretty sure we've got a full load. And AJ Mercer, hello. Welcome. Game is so loud. I think I'm going to knock it back a little more. Turn up the music a bit more. Check the map. Signals are still a bit messed up. We do want to go that way. Around the flat corner. We're gonna skip past this station. Diverge through the Y. I should really ought to consider redoing that Y because this has really become the main direction. Now I'm going to flip this way and just kind of watch the engine as we come up on this curve. There we go, see? Look at that banking effect. Now again, this is with about 130 millimeters or roughly 5 inches of elevation. And again, that's about the max you will find in the US on mixed traffic lines. In fact, if I were to go back to the, well, I'll show you when we get stopped again. I believe the max this game allows is 250 millimeters, which is like 10 or 11 inches. I think it's about 10 inches, which is an absurd amount, but I guess if you really want to show your train leaning over. So you haven't really made any changes through here. I think Pottsburg's about the same. I am looking at building a hump yard there. Oh, let's change that back. They've also added some new sound effects throughout. Oop. Sorry about that. I was trying to move something else. And that something else is not wanting to move. And we are coming up on our platform, so we should probably start slowing down. One of the things they've really added is better brake sounds. Oh, that is spelled with an H. Why did I forget that it was spelled with an H? So we're just actually going to sit here on the main for a bit. And Sir Hayden, hello. So, one thing I'm going to show you real quick, so I'm going to show you the map. That's not the map. I thought I changed that to show the map. This is our map. It's probably might be a little hard to read. Sir Hayden, you literally just missed me putting in some super elevation. Go back about 5 minutes. Maybe not even that. The thing is, you have to build the super elevation. It doesn't come naturally anymore. So I can build all the super elevation I want. See? But if I go to any curve that was built before they added super elevation, it's going to be flat. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure I really want to go through the effort of super elevating all these curves that I've already built. Especially since if you look at this map, I've got a whole lot of railroad. I got a ton of railroad that I built off camera. And I've only put super elevation on a little bit of it because they added it after I built all this railroad. That's a lot of railroad. And yeah, 6 elevations I think is more common on passenger exclusive lines. For mixed juice lines, which is freight and passenger, you'll typically find 5 inches as the maximum. The reason for that being that in the US we tend to have some top-heavy cars like double stacks and auto racks and trailer on flat car. And super elevation is of course meant to help with your outward forces. It doesn't do so well if you've got a net inward force. And if you've got a top-heavy car that's stopped on a curve that's too highly elevated, things might just fall over, you know? But there you go, that was our brief bit of super elevation. If you really want, we'll go ahead and take this back to the platform and we'll show you again, in reverse. I'm not even going to bother turning the engine around. We're just going to say this is a push-pull service. Running on the wrong main. Well, actually, no. We can switch to the correct main. As long as our switches are good, which they are. I've had that issue in the past a couple times. Yes, there we go. So yeah, we're just going to say that's a cab car. And I mean, I could do a stream of rebuilding this entire railroad to have super elevated curves, but like I said, that's just a bit of a pain, and there's actually a couple other things I want to try and do this stream and show off. And ignore the red signal lights. And don't ignore that we now have someone else in the chat, although he doesn't seem to be speaking right now.
Ignore the red signal lights, okay.
Hello, I am right. So we got our friend here. I'm gonna take this train back to the station real quick. I don't know where you're at in game, but if you're at Thorny Lake, you might see that I made the platform bigger.
I'm next to the red engine with a bunch of log cars. So.
Oh, okay. So you're down at that end.
Yeah. I thought it was at the mine when I got off last, but maybe not.
I thought you were too.
The game just decided I'm over here now. So.
Apparently so.
I'm currently eating, so I'll join back when I'm done.
Okay. And we might get one or two other people on tonight. We'll see. Alright, so we're coming up on the one curve that is actually super elevated. And once again, watch that transition. And around the curve we go. That does actually look really cool. But it is a little bit of a pain to set up. Technically, we could do the super elevation on the curve itself. Like, have it start flat, and then as we curve and come around. I just kind of like doing it better as on the straight, because the curves in this game aren't actually curves, they're splines. So I don't know that there's actually a completely curved part on it. I think it might just be a spiral in, spiral out type of thing. I'm not an expert on this. Yeah, the signals seem to be getting a lot worse when it comes to getting stuck on red. Yeah, see, Sir Hayden? That's more like it. Alright, we're gonna start slowing down for our station. Yoink. There's a lot of stuff here, so we definitely get a lot more frame rate lag here. They are working on optimization. In fact, I think there's technically a v5.8 or 0.5.8 that's on the beta branch. I'm not using that so that we can have everyone play. Or at least, you know, all my friends who want to play. I'm not sure the doors actually did anything this time. Sometimes the doors are a little tricky. Okay, maybe we need to back up some more. Also, maybe what I should do is take some of these stairs and make it single wide on the stairs instead of double wide, because it might be it doesn't like that there's cars that are not at the platform. So that would be a solution, to single wide this stairway. There we go. So let's take care of that real quick. Oops! Didn't mean to do that. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think there was actually anyone in there anyway, and if there was, we had tons of passengers anyway. So, let me fix this real quick. Fortunately, it just goes right back into the inventory. And now it's green. No. Where's the customize button? There we go. Blue. And then we'll just put this back together. There we go. And now I'm going to leave this here for a bit. Keep in mind, this area was pre-built on this map. This is the Ashmore Crossings map. Basically, everything beyond the Burker Station is brand new. Now, there's a couple things I thought about doing today. One is building a hump yard. Now, of course, this was before super elevation, but I think what I'm actually going to do is we're going to go explore the new line. We might come back and, like, start on a hump yard in this area, which is, I think, where I'm going to build it, north of Pottsburg. I also looked at doing something this way and kind of decided I didn't really want to, but you never know. We might expand the map in the future. So instead, I'm going to go down to where I Am Right said he was. Which I think is there. And I'm going to take over that log train. And yes, Sir Hayden, that was in fact me, who saw the map of the proposed streetcar system and mentioned how it all got cut down to one tiny line. And I didn't actually get teleported. Why did I not get teleported? Sometimes the teleport feature in this game doesn't work very well. And that one tiny line is now gone. Oh yeah, we're also going to take a look over here real quick. So, I redid our water system. This is all the same, but I've changed the track connection so that instead of a big loop, we now have a small, like, switching yard, an inbound track, a dedicated switch engine. And we've got a Y and a lead so that we can come in from either direction, which is cool. Alright, now, back over to Skill Kit. This is... okay, so that's the logging camp we abandoned because it doesn't have enough anymore. So it's disconnected. We now have a new mine and logging camp down here, because I think we're starting to use up the one that's over there. Yep. And yep. I had fun building those. So what we're going to do, though, is we're actually going to take our freight train, and I'm going to spawn in some extra cars here. Or maybe actually I'm going to... let me buy one more car. And then we're going to do a mixed train up the line, and you'll get to see some more super elevation. Oh, we're already facing that way, apparently. And we're just going to do a mixed freight run up to the new depot. It is about... Probably from here, it's like 25 kilometers away. I did a lot of constructing stuff. So, let's just load this all up. And then actually what I'm going to do is we're going to drop a few hoppers on here. And we'll we'll load those up at the mine. While I Am Right loads up those cars. This game can be a little confusing because there's two different ways to do a third-person camera. And they each have their advantages and disadvantages. Like, this one doesn't follow the engine as well. But it's easier also to, like, stop following the engine. And it's easier to... And you can actually, like, do the cranes and such. Okay, so that's loaded and ready for when we leave. I guess I Am Right. If you want, you can go do something else. Or you can join me. I actually might want your help when we go load up all these coal cars. Now, of course, right now, the only commodities in the game are coal, wood, and lumber. Or coal, wood, lumber, and water. Oil is coming, we know that. I also suggested figuring out how to do a form of container traffic. Oh, and there's people, as you obviously saw. Now, I'd love to be doing this with the more powerful engine, but it's on the other side of the map, and I can't afford another one. So... But we'll see. One thing I would like to show off is the new bonus system. Which you'll see first when we do the logs. Now, I don't think I put any elevation on this branch line. Again, it's a branch line, so... You might see elevation on it, you wouldn't see a whole lot. And we probably would be going slower than 40 kilometers an hour, to be fair. I had to make this one really twisty. It's also pretty steep. I think it's about 40 per mil, which is about 4%. And the giant stone viaduct. I don't know if we're lined into the coal tower or not. Yes. A little further, little further. This is my first time using this particular mine. I don't actually have a cold storage warehouse here either. I figure this one's going to be a small mine where you only have a few cars at a time. And Night Owl. Yes, hello. It has been a while. I was down in California for work last week. So, obviously I could not stream while I was down in California for work. I had enough electronics and I wasn't going to try and take this computer with me. And besides, by the time I was still working when I normally would have been streaming. Okay, we're good. So let's head down this hill. Apply a little bit of brake just to keep us under control. Yep. And I think I want these on the back of the train, so we'll go back, grab the log cars, and then put them on the train. Part of me wonders if maybe the log camp should have a bigger radius. It only seems to be like a fairly small number of chunks. Which reminds me, I also need to update my proposal for the how the trailer ramp would work to make sure it has a big radius. That way you might be able to capture a couple of small towns that are close to each other. Alright, so now we cut the coal cars off. I'm going to turn off that for a moment. Bonk into these. Now we're going to end up with a pretty heavy train for this engine, but I think we'll be fine. There's not really any significant grades on the route we're going to take.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello, back. I'm Bandan.
Oh, we got a funny guy here, I see. Is this engine even gonna... Oh. Is this engine even gonna be able to pull that?
Oh yeah. I have full confidence in this engine's pulling ability.
Okay.
Yeah, I have seen he's done some major updates, which is why we're doing a stream tonight. If you kind of missed it because I did it right at the start of the stream, but we started off by showing off the new super elevation feature. Okay. Train stop. Train come back.
I threw the switch.
Thank you. Now, the part that could concern me a bit with the pulling power is we're also going to stop and go pick up
Okay.
4 or 5, a few tank cars of water at the Narrows.
You might need a bigger engine.
We'll be fine.
Oh yeah. I just got home from what's his face's place, and I have the my module for the ETE club.
Excellent.
Yes, I have it. It is basically completed, as in it at the table.
It's a table and you can build stuff on it.
Yep, I do not have the track. JR has all that.
Okay.
I need to talk to him.
Yeah, if that was the
Oh,
person I was thinking of, I might need to talk to him about something else, but
whoops. Apparently one of the light rail trains up here in Seattle derailed.
yeah, I saw it had a bit of an oopsie.
Yeah, they're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And this is, I know what the reason is. It's because they decided to do a stupid and make it so it's not just light rail, but it's also a bus tunnel too, that they don't run buses through anymore.
Yeah, that probably doesn't help.
No. But hey, think of it this way. Now you can remove all that concrete that you don't need to be right there. And you can put in switches at the station so you can go around like, you know, a stopped train, or better yet, you know, how a metro system should be designed.
Well,
Because when they went to redo all that concrete, there was no way of just doing half of it and allowing the trains to continue running on one line. They just had to completely not run the trains through that whole section of line.
Oh, I'm aware. The thing is, I think they still like having it be paved because it makes it easier to drive maintenance. Well, that and it makes it easier to drive maintenance vehicles up and down the tunnel.
Yeah, but they didn't add the switches in when they redid the concrete, so...
Ah.
Sound Transit is not very smart sometimes. Well, saying sometimes is kind of generous, but hey, you know.
I'm gonna hold my tongue because I do work for them.
Why?
Because it pays pretty well. Alright, so...
Maybe instead of paying employees, they actually put that money into something useful, like, you know, more infrastructure. I'm kidding. They had to pay off all the, who was it? The concrete union, because the concrete union got all mad and said they weren't getting paid enough, so they just stopped working.
Ah, yeah, I remember that.
My dad was technically part of the concrete union. Or he knew people in the concrete union. He wasn't part of them. He was an independent guy. That's all he does. Well,
Okay,
did.
yeah.
He doesn't do that anymore.
Okay, so since these 3 cars are going to get dropped at the sawmill, we're going to put them ahead of the water cars to make our switching at the sawmill easier. But that one's going to go all the way to the freight depot. And you'll notice we're starting to get these little bonus multipliers on the cars. It's based on straight line distance from origin to destination.
Did you mean to forget some of the log cars?
Yeah. I'm saving that one for later.
Oh, okay.
Because we're only going to drop off these 3 at the sawmill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for whatever reason, the freight depot we're going to requested a carload of logs along with the 3 of lumber we're going to go get.
Oh, okay, so they can request stuff now.
No, I just made that up.
Oh, okay.
So, let's see, we want to go...
There's an account I follow called Channel 7 PNW. It's just tagged location, Columbia River. Breaking news. Officials report Vancouver residents launched an attack against downtown Portland, and it's just a video of a missile being launched from one of the destroyers in the U.S. Navy.
I take it I take it this is a satire channel.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and they're all some like Channel 7 type thing. And there's different ones for different areas or cities. It's so funny. But this one's just Pacific Northwest. Vancouver, Washington representation.
Yeah, Portland.
How big was the blast radius? Somebody replied with yes.
Well, that's what Portland gets for trying to shove light rail across. Or maybe it's what Vancouver should get for not wanting light rail. I don't know.
They need to build a new bridge soon anyway, so you might as well add a choo-choo on it. The problem is who pays for it? Oregon or Washington?
Well, the idea is that if you add light rail, the feds pay for it.
The federal government paying for stuff? Do they even do that anymore?
Sometimes.
Oh.
Alright, so I think we're just going to take 4 of these cars. Make sure we don't get too heavy.
Oh, shoot. I didn't realize this, but if you're inside the locomotive, there's a torque ratio, graph.
Huh. I think I've seen that. I've never actually used
on the
it.
Back of the... Yeah, it's like... Yeah. Interesting. Like, the efficiency, it, does this big parabolic arc until it hits, 8.8. Just says speed ratio, and then it just angles up and then straight up to 1 on the efficiency scale.
We might not see. Let's see. We might not see steam engines until the end of the year. I mean, I imagine steam engines are going to be a hard thing to implement. So I say let them take the time and do it right.
Do it right or not at all. Dang it! No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I will say, I hope we don't get the, super hyper detailed firing sim like COS has promised, but I also hope we get something better than what Railroads Online and Railroader have. Basically, I want it to the point where you do have to watch how much coal and water you have in your firebox, and then keep an eye on how much steam you generate as a result. But
I feel like that should be a in the settings type thing.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you have fuel and water and it'll work, or you can do it the other way.
Yeah. So basically either automatic fireman or set your own firing controls.
Yeah.
But again, simplified a bit so that one person can still feasibly manage it.
I just scrolled on Instagram and I found a Markland layout.
Oh.
With old M-Track. I'm like, oh, that's a cool little layout. And then I see the German steam engine go by. The Class 05? Might be an 05? Or is that an 01? I don't remember. Oh no.
All right.
Apparently one of those Amazon delivery bots drove off a pier.
Oh no.
It just straight up went straight to the end. It turned at the last moment and fell into the water.
Oops.
It just sploosh.
Sploosh.
First ever robot suicide due to work pressure.
I thought that was I thought that was the one that got hit by Brightline.
No, that's just Brightline doing what it does best.
Maybe it was the one that got hit by Portland and Western.
No, this one, it's a literal pier, and it just drives right off the end. Doesn't even slow down, it just yoom, right into the water.
I guess the peer pressure got to it.
But
yeah. Night Owl, Dero Valley going to get a huge update at the end of 2017. I'm assuming you mean 2027 with that one. Yeah, this train's getting heavy, so 12 cars I think is going to be our limit. But we are going to swap out 3 of these for lumber when we get to the next station.
This video. There was a, I'll have to pop it in the chat. This is great. But it's a, a station somewhere in Germany, and they were running a special heritage steam train. And as the steam engine was leaving the station, of course, a giant plume of smoke and steam goes everywhere. And the guy in charge of the PA system goes over the PA system and goes, "Smoking is only permitted in designated smoking areas." Of course, it was all in German, so, I couldn't understand it, other than, somebody translated it.
Okay, yeah, we are slowly getting up to some level of speed. And yeah, I have heard that Zero Valley's getting the big B100 update. It's going to add the electrics. It's going to add the North America DLC.
The electrics are based off a Romanian design.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned that. They're a very boxy
Which is kind
thing.
of funny because there is a, I think Train Sim World or Train Sim Classic? One of those two just added another DLC that adds that same type of engine. Which is kind of funny. It's like, like 3 different railroad simulators, or 2 different railroad simulators just announced or added this Romanian electric. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw a video not too long ago of one of those being hauled by a train, or hauling a train in the Balkans.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, Zero Valley is kind of based in that area.
Yeah. It's very evident that it's set in, like, a fictionalized Balkan country. It's not really, obvious which one it is. It's just, it could be all of them. It could be one of them.
Now, I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious how high this bonus is going to get by the time we get to our destination. Because we're going to be going pretty far. And the point of the bonus was basically to say, make it so that there is an incentive to build a line that's not just, a few kilometers long. And make you actually have to haul from place to place.
That is the purpose of a railroad.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna see if I can slow down and stop before the end of the siding, and that way I can easily leave part of the train here. Let's see. There we go. And that should stay there because I have brakes on. And sad part is the map will not change size. I mean, Zero Valley's map is already pretty big. So,
yeah.
I don't know if it's really a bad thing that it's not going to get any bigger.
I don't think the map needs to get any bigger.
I don't think so. There's already a ton to do. I do also remember another thing they've mentioned is that, there's a mod out there called Persistent Jobs, which basically means the jobs don't reset every time you teleport around.
Oh.
Which also means that at some point you will have to, visit all the places to make sure that you get the stuff to do the other places as well. So, like, at some point you will need to haul the logs to the sawmill so you can haul the lumber to the goods factory or wherever the lumber goes to, so that it can build the things it needs to generate more loads.
Interesting.
It'll encourage you to do a variety of jobs instead of just the same one all the time.
I usually choose some different job when I get to a different place.
Yeah. But the idea is that... Well, yeah, but again, what it means is that if you don't like the jobs, you can't just, like, teleport away, teleport back, and they'll reset, and hopefully you get something good.
Oh, yeah.
They will always be the same jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you, take all the loads out of a place, you're just not going to have any loads until you come back. So that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
All right. If you'd like to unload these,
I can do that.
I guess unload those, load them up as the sawmill produces wood, and then they also have a Class 08 here so that you can shift the loaded cars over to the storage yard when you're ready.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. The stakes just rotate flat against the car.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I've just noticed that. I thought they just kind of like spawned in when I first put the car or loaded it. No, they're just part of the car, and I just didn't see them because I'm blind.
Alright, so we're picking up 6 cars of lumber, but they're half-size cars, so we are, in fact, going with the same amount of lumber that those would have.
Oh, we have to buy these, don't we?
Oh yeah, I can do that real quick.
Yeah, and I'll load them.
So we might have to hang around a bit longer while we finish all the selling and buying. And I think there was another, like, really popular mod that's also going to become vanilla. I don't remember what it is.
I just want to see the passenger.
Yeah, well, that's going to be one of them.
Yeah, it's like I know that the passenger cars are in the game. It's just they don't have a use because you can't really do anything with them yet. It's kind of annoying. I just want to run some passenger trains every so often. Oh, I can't unload this last car.
Oh yeah, because it's off the platform, so you'll have to use the Class 08 to pull it forward. But first you might want to load the other cars. It's at the end of the track.
Oh, I see it now. I was going to unload it all and then load them, but I guess I can... wood beams. Did they update the wood beam texture? This looks different.
I don't think so.
I must just not be paying attention. I don't remember them looking this nice. But...
Alright, well, we've sold all the wood, so... And if you have to, just load up the ones you can, and then come back to the train and we'll get going to the next destination. Yeah, passengers are going to be the last thing they add. But yeah, if you can load up what you can, it'll save me some work later.
Yeah. I loaded one car.
Okay.
Oh, you left.
Yeah, I'm heading back to the rest of the train. We gotta get this thing going. We got a long ways to go. And a short time to get there. Admittedly, we're going northwest instead of east.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm gonna do the long run here. See you in a minute. I loaded one of the cars.
Okay.
Oh, maybe I should unload the other one. Yeah, I'll unload. Yeah.
Alright, let's check. Let me check the map and make sure that all the switches are set for where we're gonna want to go. Reset those, leave those. So we need to go that way, and then cross over. We don't need to cross over there because we're not going to Pottsburg. ZVK Studio, no bins yet. And that one's good. So we're going to go past the end of track. Let's roll. Let's roll the other way. As a side note, the Class 08 does have wheel slip, so use the sander if you have to.
That explains why it was on when I hopped in here.
Yeah. Mind you, the only way we can bin this thing is if we go off the end of tracks, so I do not predict many bins.
Yeah.
Still waiting for someone to mod an SD70 Mac into this game.
I see wheel slip.
Yeah.
I'm just moving backwards at 3 kilometers an hour. Wheels aren't doing anything. I'm just backing up slowly.
Alright, we're coming up the hill, or up the bridge. Yes, I know you wanted Chaos ZVK Studios, but we're not going to have any for a bit. This is a... Well, in theory,
There's
this is...
not enough people for that.
Yeah, in theory, this is a chaos-free zone. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Place the log. I see you barely moving up the bridge.
I know, right? I am at full throttle, by the way. I'm gonna get another snapshot of this. We're gonna have to make that the new stream starting picture. Either that or we'll make this one the new stream starting picture. Either one of those could be good. Waves virtual 100 in Bandan's face. That's true, because with Angry Ragtimer you can pay him for chaos. But not me. Besides, if we wreck all these cars, we lose their loads, and I do not want to do that. In fact, I made sure to go test the line I built before before the stream. Maybe we can do chaos when we get to the freight depot and wreck empties, but... Okay, we're picking up a bit of speed now. It helps that the bridge comes down, so... Yeah, coming from a dead start out of that siding was hard. But now that we've got some speed, we're gaining more. Watch out for the Cebu. Switch is good. This is multiplayer, so I do have another friend with me. And hopefully we'll get a second friend later on, but he wasn't sure if he could make it. Especially after the fire extinguisher happened.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. Alright, through the crossover. These signals never want to stay green. They always, like, go to red and then stay red, and I haven't been able to get them to stop. But I am now at 92 kilometers an hour. 91. 92 again. There we go. Alright, so this corner could definitely use the super elevation. I don't know if it's optimized for Mac. I know it works on Windows, and I hear it works on Linux.
Well, that's good to know, because I'm going to swap over to Linux here soon.
Yeah, I've never really put serious thought into it, but the way Microsoft's going, it might not be the worst idea.
Yeah. From what I've heard, almost every single game on Steam works on it now, because Steam OS.
Ah.
So if you check the store page to see if the game works on the Steam Deck, it is 100% going to work. But that's just because it has the extra inputs for the controller and all that.
Yeah. Night Owl says, I hope he fixes the light system. I'm not entirely sure what's wrong with the light system.
It
but
could just be we're using it wrong.
Could be.
I couldn't quite figure out how it functions, so I just didn't mess with it. E is the map button.
I am through...
Where am I?
I don't know where you are, but I am through Pottsburg. And you did say I put...
Pottsburg.
Yeah.
It doesn't show me where you are on the map because I haven't loaded that section of the map. Wonderful.
Go north and west from where you are. And if I need to, I can stop in Douglas Lake and pick you up.
The thing is it hasn't loaded for me.
Ah.
So I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I see some spots where I think there's track, but that's not really a...
Yeah, the map does get a little messed up from time to time.
Here. There we go. I have to reload the map. That's what I need to do. So you went north?
Yeah. Gotta use your horn to keep animals off the tracks. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. That did work in Microsoft Train Simulator, which I thought was hilarious.
I don't know about that, because I've splattered a few deer in that game.
And yeah, this game works.
Get out of the way.
This game does work on Steam OS. Night Owl plays it on Steam Deck. Okay.
Nice. Okay, where does the track end up going? North. Where is the town? It doesn't show up on the map.
Well, if you come to a spot with...
Yeah,
well, if you come to a spot that's got a big balloon loop, but the tracks also keep going, a double-track balloon loop, but the tracks keep going, that'll be Douglas Lake, and that's where I'm about to head through.
Ah, I see you.
You see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just teleport ahead of you.
There you are.
Splat.
Splat.
Oh, I did not jump onto the front of the train.
There you go. Alright, highball. The big black puff of smoke as I throttled up again.
Yeah, I know, right?
Was this thing an Alco?
Must be.
Alright, I added some lights here to the platform at Douglas Lake. We're basically just going to go straight through it.
This guy goes, I hiked the entire width of the Appalachian Trail.
Okay. And now I'm going to go back to the cab view. Oh, hang on. I don't know why it put me in destroy mode in cab view. And we're going to watch this thing do some super elevation from the inside. Because once we cross this lake, which is actually a rather large lake, but it was easier than trying to go around the edges. Just believe me on that.
I mean, they did the same at Salt Lake City.
Yeah, exactly. But some of these curves are going to be super elevated. The first few are anyway. And then because, once again, the super elevation was added after I built most of this line. Yep, see, there we go. Whee! Okay, ooh. Yeah, you can really see it from inside the cab. That's kind of fun.
I'm on top of it and I can see the train just tilt.
Yeah.
That corner was a bit sharp, even with the elevation, but that's okay.
Yeah. And these ones I set for 100 millimeters of elevation, which is about 4 inches.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty lake.
Yeah. Alright, and now I think we're out of the super elevated section for a bit.
Yeah.
Again, it takes a lot of work to super elevate all these curves once I've already built the tracks, so...
Understandable.
So the rest of these are probably... I might do them in stages. And just come back through gradually. And, you know, maybe also do signals at some point, but not a huge priority. Especially since the signals don't always seem to work that well. There are quite a few hills in here. Pull the e-brake. Unauthorized person on board. No, he's allowed to be on here. And we got, let's see, a crossover... Which I don't think I named this one. Or if I did... Okay, I did name it. This is Control Point Wendover.
Does that have something to do with Wendover Productions?
Yes. I was watching Jet Lag when I was building part of this.
Of course.
I've become a big fan of Jet Lag, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was watching the one where the Schengen Showdown series.
Interesting.
So it was Ben, Adam, Sam, and they brought on Tom Scott.
Nice.
And they had to go through Europe and go to countries to claim them, but the other team could steal them by doing a challenge, or you could lock it up by doing a challenge. And it started off pretty evenly, and then Ben and Adam pulled ahead with such a lead that they had to stop a day early. So, it was kind of nuts. Oh, I think that was another super elevated curve. That one probably didn't need to be super elevated so long. Yeah, next season is going to be in Japan again, and it's also going to have Tom Scott again.
I just found the funniest shirt. I wish my parents would have added more Nepo to the Tism.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, no.
My first season of Jet Lag that I ever watched, and I haven't watched them in order, was the Arctic Escape, where they had to go from the northern tip of Alaska to the southern tip of Florida. And then I caught Downey Live on the Taiwan Rail Rush, which Downey Live is a great channel to follow. And then I caught the latest US one. And then I've started watching the backlog of the other seasons, but there's so much other stuff I like watching. Like Mythbusters. Mythbusters has been posting their myths up on YouTube.
Yeah, you posted one of those.
Yeah, the Syrian torpedo one is my favorite episode. Just because at some point, for most of the episode, it's not so much Syrian torpedo as Syrian surface-to-air missile. It goes poorly. And Zeta Irwin, red, I think that's red 123. Which I'm guessing he's referring to the type of engine this actually is. The game calls it a V100.
Well, that's what the Germans called it, the V100.
Yeah, it could be a different name in other countries. And that is
nowadays
Wabakek
they changed
Beach.
the numbering system.
Yeah, and I called that station Wabakek Beach. It's a totally random name, but that's okay.
I mean, there is a beach.
Yeah.
With pretty trees. Palm trees. My mom tried to grow a palm tree in our front yard. Palm trees don't like to grow here in Washington State, apparently.
I can't imagine why.
Well, you can get them to grow. You just can't get them to grow very big. At least not where we lived, because all the ground was just clay. That probably had something to do with it.
Yeah.
There's another one down closer to the lake where the town is, and, well, it's a lot bigger.
Hey, you got an achievement. Drive 1,000 kilometers with a locomotive.
Nice. Oh.
Now, somewhere up here, there's another S-bend with another crossover, and that one's going to have a super elevated curve. I don't remember exactly where it is. I've only run this section of the line once or twice. But you'll notice that there's not near as much stuff on it. It's not like there's constant spurs to this, that, or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of the point. There are a lot of coal reserves along this line, and we will gradually start tapping those. But... And we'll probably also build logging camps. I don't know if we'll build a sawmill along the line. We might build one up at the end at by Lake Talon, but that's about it. Okay, so here is...
Makes sense to put there.
Yeah. So here is going to be another super elevated curve. Let's get a couple pictures. And if we're coming up on a desert, I think I'm going to... Yeah. So I'm going to cut the throttle and double check the map, because I think we are coming up on the yard. I'm going to line my switches to get into it. I decided I wanted this freight depot to be a bit fancier than the other ones. I also decided I wanted to make it look like there's a reason to actually haul water there. As opposed to, you know, all the other places which are pretty much by water. Oh, okay, I lied. This curve is also super elevated.
Yes.
But I think it ends before the bridge in this case. Yeah.
Can you super elevate the bridges or no?
Yes, yes you can actually.
Ooh.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna take a big set.
There's an extra oh dear. Oh no! I fell off the train.
Oops. Well, you can go enjoy the little passenger station while I head into the massive freight yard here at Stamford.
Holy smokes. I didn't fall off the train, I fell off the car I was on and got caught by the next one.
Ah.
You wore that shirt yesterday. Guess what? There's this thing called an air fryer. Dang, it's one of those memes. It doesn't make any sense, but that's why they're funny.
Okay, so we are coming into a big yard. I think I actually came into the wrong one. I think this is more of the,
This is the outbound yard, not the inbound yard.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean,
well.
the way this is set up,
around,
it works
right?
either way. Yeah, it loops around. So, we'll head around to the inbound yard then.
I'm guessing the station building is supposed to be like the yard office or something.
Yeah, it's labeled. It's the
Too
Stamford
bad I
Yard
can't
office.
read it from here.
We got a coal dump. We got a water unload with some fake water towers. Because if I use the ones that are in game, I don't know that it'll actually pay me to do it. It didn't when I did it at the sawmill, but I don't know if having a freight depot here would change that. This road doesn't actually go anywhere. I should probably get rid of it, but that's okay.
That's fine.
But yeah, this thing is meant to take, basically take 1 or 2 longer trains and break them down. Given that right now the game devs have said don't do anything longer than 200 meters, but people do it anyway.
200 meters of what?
Of train, because apparently it there can be bugs when your train gets too long.
I mean, isn't it? That's still a fairly long train, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember, you're extra heavy, so if you want to stop, you're going to want to brake early.
Oh! Oh, did I derail? My game is showing me derailed.
Yes.
Well, that's a bummer.
I think the track right here was not... It's not of... Oh, I see. Come here. Stand right next to me.
Hang on.
The track didn't connect with the switch.
Oh. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that means we have now lost...
Imperfect rail connection.
Unfortunately, that means we have, in fact, lost 3... That means we have, in fact, lost 3 loads of lumber.
Ripperoonie. Oh, well.
Bonus 100% on the remaining ones, though. So what we're going to have to do, then, is... we're also going to lose a whole bunch of fuel in this engine. I guess we're just going to teleport our engine back around.
Teleport it to the other end of the train, because you have to rebuild this section of track.
Yeah.
It even tells you, imperfect rail connection.
Oh, maybe we... If we re-rail... Okay, we don't lose the fuel in the engine by re-railing it, so that's good. So yeah, we're just going to come back around and do things from the outbound yard. The annoying thing is I haven't tested the yard yet, so it's possible the other tracks are the same way. Oh, I've got to open brake hose somewhere.
It's at the very end.
Yeah.
All of these cars have open brake hoses.
Yeah, that's probably a side effect of the re-rail. They just, come open.
Yeah, they don't,
well,
don't reset those.
Alright, ZVK, I hope you were watching, because you got your chaos. Are you happy now?
Yeah, when you get close to it, it just says imperfect rail connection. So by the time you got up on top of it, it was too late. You couldn't see it.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright.
Because the engine was on the icon.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Could you do me a favor and check the other tracks?
Yeah, I will. Just make sure you're going slow when you couple to these, because you don't want to run over this and derail again.
Yeah.
So weird. They're just like shifted over by the railhead's length.
Okay.
There we go.
Now I gotta wait for this to recharge, which is gonna take a bit, because it is, well, I guess now it's 9 cars.
Yeah.
No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12?
That track was good. Yeah, it was just that one track. Somehow it didn't...
And of course I threw the switch to go down that track, so... That's really annoying. Okay. Well, what we're gonna have to do is we're just gonna go into the other yard, we'll break our train into blocks, and then we'll take care of each block on its own.
Yeah, we're not gonna be... Yeah, I would move everything over to the other side, the other yard, just for the simple...
Yeah.
Huh. Apparently these smaller cars, they're rated for 100 kilometers an hour, but only 80 if they have 15 tons of cargo.
Well, they can only haul 13 tons of cargo, so that's interesting.
I mean, yeah. Well, there are things that are heavier that would fit on there. For example, if there were like steel beams or pipes in the game, those
That's true.
probably would weigh a bit more.
Yeah, fortunately, we were going 100 kilometers an hour for most of that, so fortunately that doesn't
that's what
seem
that
to be...
engine tops out at.
Yeah. So, fortunately, these car speed limits don't seem to be a thing yet.
No. It will be kind of funny if the how he deals with how the dev deals with it is it just causes the car to derail.
Yeah.
If he adds that. I mean, he might not.
He might not. We'll see.
Man, if he added hot boxes.
Oh, man.
Oh no, you went too fast with this older style car. Guess what? The wheel sets are on fire now. Yeah, it was just that one track.
Okay.
It doesn't, like, you don't get the little icon until you're, like, right on top of it. Yeah, when I get right to about here. Yeah, I am like, right on.
And if you do it in...
When
and what's interesting is, in third-person camera, you don't get it at all. Like, if you're in the...
Ooh, yeah, that'll do.
And guess
like,
how...
I don't even
and
see
I
it,
built
so
this. And I built this in all the third-person cameras, so that's probably it. Well, there is a...
It doesn't even appear until I enter the switch. So you're gonna have to rebuild that whole section.
Yeah.
Which isn't gonna be that hard. It's just annoying. Oop.
There we go.
Unfortunately, we lost 3 cars, but oh well. At least they were small cars and not the big ones.
Oh, yeah. The big ones would have been worse.
That would have hurt a lot.
Also good that I was already trying to slow down so that it was just that. Okay, yeah. Let's start by breaking off the coal cars, and we'll shove those up to the unloader. I actually built it as a loop track so that we can just, like, you know, loop unload a train.
There we go. They're uncoupled.
Thank you. And then I guess we'll shove these into the other yard once they're unloaded, because we'll just pick everything up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once they add actual cities to this game, we're gonna have to start all over again.
Yeah, if they have like towns that generate around the map.
Yeah. Hopefully he tests it kind of the same way he's done with some of the other things where he lets you place them. Because, like, remember way back when you could place down the logs you were hauling and the logging platforms?
I don't remember that. I didn't actually get the game. I didn't actually start playing the game until somewhat recently.
Okay. Yeah, that was the thing early on when he first added logs, was you would put down a logging platform and put the logs on that, and then you would just haul them from one to another.
Interesting. Okay.
Kind of like how you can also just put down passengers now.
Okay.
If I'd done this yard differently, maybe I could have made all the tracks a bit longer, but that's okay.
It's okay.
This engine can barely haul the cars we brought, so... Okay, I think I'm gonna have to get to... Yeah, we'll have to start with the first car and pull forward.
Yeah, might as well just, stop.
Also, bonus 100% on this one. So whatever that price is, double it. Oh, well, I guess you got paid, so that's okay.
Oh, you don't get paid when I do this because I'm the one unloading it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's okay.
Yeah,
You can send you can send money, so.
I didn't
Now-
even
now-
realize that.
Yeah. Now, actually, I just used one of the levers on this car, and you used the other one, so how does it do that, I wonder? Oh, going a little fast there.
No idea.
It's probably just you getting the message. How much are you getting paid for these cars?
23.55K for that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's like double what we've been getting when we just... Before they added the bonuses, and then before we were just unloading them at the other places.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a tree growing in this, I didn't delete the, base... There's cactuses growing in our coal pile. Oh. We'll just get rid of the coal pile. We can do
And
that
the
too.
cactus. We just move the coal pile.
Let's see. I can put in a new one, though. There we go.
Oh.
Alright, so we're gonna drop these in the yard that has the empty cars. Thank you. Oh, wow, 475,000. I guess that's partly from other money you had.
Yeah. There's the rest of it.
Thank you.
It wouldn't let me send it all at once because there was no decimal point.
Well,
Like something.
now we can buy another one of those big engines.
Speaking about those big engines, where is the other big engine?
It
It's on
should...
the other side of the map, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on the other side of the map. It's with the other coal train.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, yeah, we can get one of those now.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might get a couple more passenger cars for the train. Because now we should be able to do, like, a 4 or 5 car train instead of just the 2. I think the major platforms are big enough for that.
They made baby car seats that you hung outside the car? What?
What?
What? What do you mean? In the 50s, some baby car seats were mounted outside the car. What? That can't be real. No. Then again, in the 20s, they had like these cages that you could bolt to your window, and it would allow your kid to just
Hang out the window? Yeah, I've heard of those.
The window. Whose genius idea was that? Are we parking the empties?
Yeah, we're gonna park the empty somewhere.
Okay, I've lined you for one of the empty tracks.
Okay. And then I think next we'll take these water cars and unload them.
Oh no. Historic fire lookout tower destroyed by grasshopper fire in Mount Hood National Forest.
Oh no.
Sounds like somebody wasn't doing their job. You're supposed to look out for the fires and tell them where they are, not, let them burn you.
Well, maybe they did, and they just couldn't get to it in time. Fires move
Yeah, that's
fast,
true.
man.
Yeah, tell me about it. Especially when you add gasoline to them. Ask me how I know. Dad was like, okay, we're gonna have a bonfire on the beach, but this is taking too long. So he walks up to the cabin, comes back down with a gas can, and just proceeds to dump it. It was like almost empty. He just proceeds to dump it on the fire. It's like, oh, big flame.
Well, to be fair, when I have to use the wood stoves at Sumter, I'll usually do the usual wood thing with the kindling and the newspaper, and then the small bits and then the big bits, and they'll usually throw a couple squirts of kerosene on there to help it.
Yeah, that's usually all you need. Okay, where are these going?
So these ones are going to go over to the 2 tracks to our left. Yeah, those ones.
As I'm standing. Okay,
Yeah, there's a unfiller up there. And if we ever get, like, just, like, water tank as an asset, but that doesn't do anything, I will replace those skinny towers. When I was first playing this game back in the demo phase, I was using those to represent oil wells, or, like, oil storage tanks.
Yeah.
So I had an excuse to run the oil cars around.
Nice. I've been playing this factory game called Captain of Industry. And let me tell you, it is a lot harder than, like, Factorio or Satisfactory. Because there is... you have to have your vehicles go and move stuff around.
Ah. Now, I don't know if we have a bonus on the water tank cars, because so far it's not showing me one, but maybe we need to, like, hook up the hose first. What?
I didn't throw the right switch, I guess.
Apparently not. That's coming out of your pay. That's coming out of your pay.
I don't have any money. Wait, I'm getting paid?
Yeah, don't you know you get 2% of the profits I make off this video?
2%? Did you mean 0.2%?
Well, mind you, I don't make any money off this video, so... I could give you a raise and make it 3%.
Yay!
But only if you do your job good.
Darn. Okay, there we go. Now, oh, I see. There were 2 switches I needed to throw.
Yeah. It's a yard. There's a lot of switches.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah, I might have to make a diagram just for this yard, to be honest.
Too bad we couldn't put that in the game, like on a board or something. I don't know. Let me on.
That would actually be kind of cool. And I think oh, and I'll probably
a board you could upload an image to or something.
Yeah. Oh, I might go turn this engine around because right now it's facing backwards.
It's been facing backwards ever since you picked it up, I think.
Yeah. But now we actually have a way to turn it around easily. Well, I guess we could have done it at the loop at the very start, too.
Alternatively, you could have spawned it back on the track facing the correct way, but that's okay.
That's true. I was a little more focused on getting it back on the track in the first place.
Yeah. You know how people put their cars, like their Jeeps or something, behind their motorhome?
Yeah.
There's a picture of a motorhome, and then they have a smart car attached to the back, and it just says, there's a sign on the back of the smart car.
I'm pushing
as hard as I can. Uncouple the water cars?
No, we'll just take them with us. But I'm gonna... We're gonna empty them.
Oh, we're emptying.
And you do get the 100% bonus on these as well.
You can do 2 at a time?
You can do 2 at a time. There's 2 fill spots.
It almost looks like this pipe could extend more if you wanted to expand it, if they ever had that.
Maybe. We're getting 16 cents a liter, and there's like 52,000 liters.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, when they first added water, it was like 40 cents a liter, so that's actually down a bit.
Dang.
Alright, let me back up and you can do the other 2 cars.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they'd realized that if you put the water at like 40 cents a liter, it was going to be way overpowered to haul water as opposed to everything else.
Yeah.
Because, let me pull out my calculator and do the math real quick. But when you think about it, 40 cents a liter times 52,000 liters, that's I guess that's 20,000 a car.
The hose is on the other side of the thing. Does it auto start draining them, or do I?
No, you have to.
open the
There's a valve on the car you open.
Okay, yeah, I found it.
Yeah, I guess 20,000 a car isn't. Well, the coal cars were like 12 to 13,000 tops before they added the bonuses. So
I feel like one of these cars, the last water car, we should flip around so that all the valves are on the right, one side.
Yeah.
How do I know how much water it has in it? I guess they're probably empty now?
I think if it stops showing a volume, they're empty.
Okay.
Alright, well, here, let's disconnect this car then. And we'll take it to the turntable and flip it.
Don't even think you need the turntable to flip it.
I mean, yeah, we could delete and respawn it, I guess.
No, I was gonna say you could run it around and you could put it on this sidetrack. Or you could leave it on the main section of the sidetrack here, and then you could just run the engine around. But that log car gets in the way, so that'd be have to do that later.
Yeah, well, we'll just put it on the turntable and spin it
Yeah,
that
we'll
way.
just do the turntable. Especially now that I know how that functions.
Yeah.
All the tracks are lined up. Yep.
Yeah, and like I said, before we go, I'll flip the engine on the table because I also want to take on some more fuel.
Okay.
I'm down to 56%.
Not bad.
That's not bad. Alright. Cut it off and I'll pull away.
Cut off.
Oh yeah, another fun thing. If you're in third-person mode and you're in an engine, you can use the turntable controls from the engine UI.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times. Just an idea, do we want to leave this engine here and I'll buy and spawn in one of the big engines?
That might be a good idea.
Yeah,
You have to fill it with fuel, but... yeah.
Well, yeah, but we can do that. And it would make more sense to have that engine than this one. This one would make a good switcher, though, because it's got enough power to do several cars at a time. So yeah, let me buy the big one. And when we're done switching, we'll pull that and put it on the train. And we'll use this as the yard switcher.
Oh! I didn't notice it until right as it ended, but there are these little red warning lights that flash when it's spinning. That's cool.
Oh, right now they're still flashing for me.
Interesting. Because they're not for me.
Alright, let's pick up the other ones, and again, we'll just shove this into the departure yard. Alright, viewers, I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. I know we kind of stopped showing the super elevation off early, but really, once you've done it, there's not too much to show off. Other than the fact that you can actually, We're gonna hook onto these, and then I'm gonna demonstrate something really funny you can do with the super elevation.
You tell me I can get a microwave oven that looks like a train?
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me, but that's not what I'm referring to.
Japan? Sorry.
It would be Japan.
Yeah. Sunrise Express.
So...
24,800 yen. That's like...
So if you use... you use the B and N keys to set your super elevation.
Burlington and Northern. Train is coupled.
Chat, take a look at this.
That was some crazy elevation.
It's reverse elevation.
You can go backward.
You can give yourself more centrifugal force.
No. Go the opposite direction on a somewhat straight section of track.
Yeah, you could also you could also just like have it leaning on a perfectly straight section of track, but yeah, we're facing your super is the wrong way, buddy.
I love how the train is just flat when you placed it.
Oh yeah, because I was. Yeah. All right, let's try that again.
I think it's that section is kind of flat right there.
Yeah. That's fun. That's fun.
That's goofy as all heck.
I think that's snapshot worthy. That's when you wanna replicate that one scene from Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll park the engine over here for now. And let's go back and finish our switching.
Oh. The microwave that looked like a train was a AI generated image.
Aww. Boo!
Well, it was really good, so it had me fooled.
Yeah, that just makes it even
worse. But then
worse.
I saw a second one, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Something's not right. This is one heck of a curve.
Yeah, I don't think it's the tightest you can make it, but it is pretty tight. I haven't actually seen what the tightest the radius goes is. I haven't bothered to check that since they added the ability to see your radius. Let me do that real quick.
I was playing Planet Coaster one time, and I somehow made a super tight
25 meter radius. That is the tightest you can go. And that does actually look like it's a curve, not a spline curve.
Interesting.
So I might have to go redo some of the other track that's built with spline curves.
Yeah, all these pictures are AI generated. That's annoying.
Yeah, I might go rebuild some stuff that's spline curves and use the regular curves, because I didn't realize that.
Oh, that is cursed. It's a C57 with a pantograph. And a DD51 locomotive also with a pantograph. That one's a bit more believable, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy just generates a ton of different pictures with ChatGPT, and that's annoying. I got really excited seeing that thing. And then I scrolled down and found more. It's like, hey, wait a minute. Where's this log car going?
We're gonna pick up the beam cars, and we'll take them all over to the yard or to the freight depot.
Okay. You are free to accelerate in the forward direction, or reverse, depending on what direction you're.
Well, we're facing backwards actually, so I'm accelerating in the reverse direction.
Yeah, that. I feel like a yard would have wood ties, not concrete ones, but you know.
Yeah, well, it probably would. It probably would do wood. But I was too
Maybe not in
lazy.
the desert.
Yeah, well, actually, it's more I was too lazy to change back and forth.
You're just too lazy. Yeah, understandable.
I probably should at least
Can you
change
imagine how expensive that would be if you were using all concrete tie track on your layout?
Yeah. Although, to be fair, real life
Bachman makes
real world, I mean, real world U.S. industries and even the Class 1 sometimes use concrete in the yard.
Yeah. Not
So-
on switches though. All
Not
the
on switches.
I've ever seen are all wood.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes, yeah, you can find like light rail concrete switches, but that's different.
Yeah, that is different.
So we'll pick these up, or we'll drop these at the freight depot, unload them, pick up the other freight cars, and then we'll build an outbound train.
Cool.
And the only thing I care for the outbound builds is that the water cars are at the back, because they'll get dropped first.
Okay.
There's probably a way to make this yard throat more efficient, too.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, you got plenty of space. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about it, because right now, like, 95% of the time, there's only one person running. And,
Yeah.
and like, right now, we've got 2 people, but we're still both just running the one train.
Yeah. We have a crew. Who would have guessed?
But in theory, we could have, like, a dozen people here, and you could have, like, a couple people switching the yard, and then a couple people running trains in and out of it, and then you might have to worry about a separate throat.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think about how I want to set up the hump yard. But that'll probably not be this episode.
Yeah, that'll be later.
I would like to try and do it on camera, but we'll see. Because you'll notice I didn't do any of this on camera.
You did a little off-camera mining, I see.
Yeah. Alright, let's, here, I'll just say, I'll use the crew. There we go.
Can I not move those to this side of the track?
No, the unload platform is only on one side.
Well, okay. What the? That was interesting.
What? Sounds?
Oh, the crane, like, teleported directly on top of me. I'm like, huh? But then... Now it's operating normally. I, like, turned around. When I turned around, it was just there. Like, it moved away, and then it came back. It's not waterboarding, it's a tactical baptism.
Alright. Sell all those. 5,000 for beams. Wow. That is a lot.
Oh, that was weird.
What?
The crane, like, glitched out. Like, it kept moving to one side. Like, the yellow
Oh.
part of the crane was moving down toward the opposite end of the platform, and the little blue actual crane part just kept sliding off to the side. Just slowly, not going at the speed it usually goes. It was just slowly moving that way, and then it fixed itself. I wonder if we both clicked on it at the same time, and that's
Could
why.
be. Alright, well that's 3,500 for those things of logs.
One-
Yeah. Alright, now let's go pick up our other stuff. So we're basically getting paid double what we would if we had this freight depot closer. I mean, we'd get still like a small bonus for going to Pottsburg or Thorny Lake instead, but we got a massive one for coming all the way out to this yard.
Yeah. Okay, what's going where?
Put those 3 flat cars behind these 3 flat cars, because I want them all together. We'll try and keep the small flats all together.
Good idea.
And then I guess we'll bang first into the hoppers and then into the tank cars.
Here, you want to get the single one first, or the...
Doesn't matter.
I'll do the first one just because it'll be a little easier to get back out and then back into them.
Well, the light pole is not facing the way I was hoping it would. That's okay.
What light pole?
That
one?
Yeah. It's easy enough to fix if I decide to do it later, and again, we're kind of playing in the daylight as it is.
Yeah, I don't think there's not a night sequence yet, is there?
Well, there is.
They add that.
They added that. I just don't have it turned on.
I love how it specifies you can't put biodiesel in here.
I'll make sure all these hoses are closed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That the one on the back of this train was open.
Oh.
The one we just knocked into.
Oh, I thought I closed that. Oh, well.
You got the one on the other 2 cars.
Okay.
There we go.
Woohoo.
Alright, to the hoppers. Now, to be fair, if we were trying to do this with a realistic weight distribution, the flat cars would probably be the ones at the back of the train.
Yeah, those should be on the back if we're really thinking about it. Oh well, we'll just string line the whole train, who cares?
Yeah.
I saw a video of a bunch of an actual train that happened to, but they weren't flat cars, they were center beams, which are basically flat cars with some extra bits on them.
Center beams are notorious for string lining because not only they're still super light and they're top heavy.
Yeah. It was kind of comical watching the whole... No, they weren't center beams. They were empty well cars.
Oh.
have seen one where it was center beams, but the one I was thinking of, well, they were empty well cars.
Alright, we're going to couple into these. We're going to shove this all the way down to the end of the track so that we can actually get back to the engine depot.
Good idea.
I want to say that like a roundhouse is one of the proposed additions to this game, but I can't remember when that is.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Because those do exist in the Czech Republic. There's a double roundhouse in Prague. Stop.
It's okay. The buffers will stop us. But I'm actually stopped. Right. Alright. Let me disconnect. Okay. If you want to go...
doesn't fit on the track.
That's okay. We don't have another train here. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Alright, if you want to go fire up the other engine and get it out onto the table and start fueling it, I can use the other track to get this around onto the table afterwards. Remember that that engine is long hood forward.
Yeah. I spun the turntable the wrong way, so I'm going the long way around, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just not going to worry about fueling this one up. It's the 54%, and it's going to be the local switcher.
Yeah.
And just to think, next time I take a train up here, which may or may not be on camera, I've got 2 more coal cars and like 3 more water tanks I can throw on the train. And I can always buy more flat cars. I'm kind of thinking what I might do with the flat cars is buy a bunch of the long ones, and then the shorty flat cars we use at the mill in Ponderosa, and the long ones we use for the other one, the one that we went to. And that way, when it comes time to sort where cars go, we can send the shorty ones to one mill and the long ones to the other. And that's just, you know, a way to get a fairly consistent, just a way to sort cars to extra destinations, basically. It's kind of arbitrary, but since we can't recolor or renumber cars, it's a way to do it.
Probably put some buffers on the other side tracks.
That might not be a bad idea. Just don't go too fast.
Yeah. What do you think I'm doing?
Yeah, I'll take care of that once you start fueling and I've got this engine put away. Because I will have to go back into the turntable controls and turn all those tracks back on.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. I don't remember... Okay, I don't remember where the fuel cap on this engine is, so you'll have to figure that out yourself. Good luck.
On the other side. So I have to rotate all the way around.
I mean, the hose... No, you don't, because the hose goes through.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think the lights on the turntable might just always be on. The flashy lights. Oh, no, I guess they did... No, they turned off. You're right. The other forward.
The other direction. Also helps if I take off the brake.
Yeah, you are wheel slipping right now. Okay, you are clear. Okay, and that should be the toggle so that I can go... add buffers to those tracks. when I choose. I think I might have an extra one in there. That's okay.
Is it? Oh. Oh. Is this thing not filling with fuel?
Did you pull the trigger on the hose?
Oh. I forgot I needed to do that.
I like how they added the sounds to the turntable.
Yeah. Are we just gonna fill this engine all the way up?
Yeah, you may as well.
Reminder, I don't have money.
Oh, that's right. You stop then, and I'll fill it up.
Oh no. Or you can just pay me the amount before I finish it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know how much you're gonna need, so...
Okay, I'll stop it right here. I'll go take a look at it.
3,000 so far, so... I'll make it 10, and that way you have a bit of buffer.
Yeah, and whatever I don't use, I'll just get back to you.
Yeah.
If I don't use it all.
Alright, let me go throw down some more buffers. There we go. And just for kicks, I'm gonna go replace some turnouts with wooden ones. As long as I can remember
Nice.
as long as I can remember, like, which turnouts I was, or, yeah, what size of turnout I was using where.
You don't have to, but...
Nah, I think it'll look more, well, I don't know if it'll look better, but it'll look more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'll save the ones in the departure yard for later, because we've got a train on them.
Yeah. Oh, I think I just went over 10k. Yeah, I did. I should have turned the engine all the way around. Because I have to run all the way around the other side to turn it off.
Alright, do you need more money?
Yes, I am at 93% fuel.
Here.
Give me like...
Couple grand more?
I need more than that. It's already past that. Ah, do another... Oh, okay, that's good. It's full now. It just filled up. It doesn't let you, That was 12.87k for a full tank of gas, or diesel.
Woo!
Little bit expensive. There you go.
Alright. Do you want to run... So, do you want to run the train?
Sure.
I'll just save it. Yeah, I will set the map. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go out of this yard and we're going to keep going up the line for a bit so that you can see the rest of this line.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll turn around and we'll head back to at least the Pottsburg. We might go all the way back to where we started.
Okay. Ride Bart in VR chat. No way.
Alright. Bring it, I guess, back. And you're lined into the train. little more. You're good. Alright, tied in. So, I think when you're ready, you can take it away. I'm just gonna go for a relaxing train ride. Check the map again.
What way am I going? I'm going to the right?
Right. Yeah, they're going to the right. Yep, and of course out on the main line you can see the Stamford passenger station, which I put a bunch of effort into. I figured out how to do the overhead bridge thing.
Nice.
Although I did have to put the tracks slightly closer together so that it would actually line up nicely.
It works.
Yeah. Well, right now the tracks are spaced for the center island platforms. But it turns out if you do that, it's not quite long enough to do the footbridge. Or it's like slightly too wide to do the footbridge without an awkward gap or an overlapping piece. Is there a reason we're going so slow?
Yeah, I'm not using the regulator. Maybe if I push that.
I'm actually going to go third person, and we'll just follow the train. And that way people can see the area. I was debating where I was going to put this yard, because I was going to put it closer to what was originally intended to be the big station.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of wanted to put it in the desert where there's no water, or where it doesn't look like there's water. I guess there's a lake right next to us.
Mm-hmm.
So, I figured that we're only a couple kilometers from where that big station is, so we're just acting like this is the industrial district of that town.
Understandable.
Maybe I'll go back a bit on the flat cars. Maybe I'll try and hop onto one of the hoppers. There we go. Yeah, I haven't put a whole lot of work into the stations up here. Oh, that's a tree I'm gonna get smacked in the face by. Ow. A bit of a hill here. And this is the big station, so to speak.
I see. Lots of track.
Yeah. Basically, it's set up so that you can do like 2 trains on the main tracks and 2 trains on the outside tracks.
Yeah.
So not all trains would stop at all the other stations, basically.
Yeah, so basically this is a one of those transfer points between an express and a local.
Yeah, something like that. That's the idea anyway. So like the local would stop here, Stamford, Wabakek Beach, probably Douglas Lake, Pottsburg, Burker, and Thorny Lake, and the express would just be like Thorny Lake to Douglas Lake to this town.
Mm-hmm.
And then we come up into the mountains-ish. And this is another place where it'd be really fun to put in that super elevation.
Yeah.
But that means I have
That
to...
here would be great.
Yeah, but it means, once again, it means I have to rebuild all that track.
Well, the curves should be their own thing, right?
Yeah, but then tying it into the straights is a little tricky, especially if I'm using the straights to make that transition to super elevation.
Oh. I was going to say just have the curves be the, you know, it should translate the corner.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not sure how it all works. Because I would assume that it doesn't start, you know, tilting until you're like already going into the curve. But
So in real life, there's a piece called a spiral, which basically gradually translates from straight to whatever curve you have, and that's where your spiral, and that's where you're also going to have your super elevation transition.
okay.
So in this case, I'm replicating that by doing either a very broad curve or a straight section before the curve.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the game, your track section starts at whatever super elevation you're connecting to, and then at the end of the track piece, however long it is, it's at full super elevation. Okay, so we should...
Interesting.
Yeah. So, let's see, we're gonna go around this next corner, around another couple corners, and we'll be at Lake Talon, which is currently the end of the line, but there's gonna be a loop so that we can just turn around and come back.
Okay.
And yeah, this might be a spot for a sawmill. I haven't decided when we get up to it.
It's next to a lake. I would say that's a good spot for a sawmill.
Yeah.
There's going to be a town there. They need lumber.
Uh-huh. I might wait until oil becomes a thing and we can figure out where all the oil spots are.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Could do that.
Yeah.
I think for a stopgap, just for give a reason to come out this far, you could put a sawmill up here.
Yeah. Put a logging camp back by the pass.
Yeah. Wow, look at all those passengers waiting for a passenger train that may or may not happen.
I mean, yeah, it's happened once. That's why they're there.
That's why they're there. It's funny.
I think I'm gonna buy a couple more of those big passenger cars too, and then we can make that train longer if we want.
Yeah, good idea.
And
I meant to slow down for this curve. Oh well.
That's okay. I'll probably redo it now that we have like actual curves as opposed to spiral curves or the spline curves. Because yeah, you can see where it transitions, how this transitions from straight to curve and then back to straight. Yeah.
It just boosh, you get thrown to the side.
Yeah, I think that's how... here we go, from Night Owl. When they add oil, wonder if we will be able to make our own fuel. I'm assuming so. I'm assuming you're going to take oil to the refinery, and then from the refinery, it'll go to the freight depot or to one of your fueling stations, and there'll be like a little tank you can put it in.
Yeah, you probably just unload at the fueling point. Or you could link an unfuel point to it.
Yeah. Link an unfuel point and maybe put in a storage tank.
Yeah.
And then maybe you'll...
Well, you wouldn't even need a storage tank. That's what the tank car is for.
that's true.
Then again, you'd want to be able to use that for other things. But
yeah. You could do it multiple ways, I guess. We'll see. You could have the tank car that's just like permanently hooked up to the fueling point, and it'll unload until the fueling point is full, and then the tank car just sits there, and then as you pull fuel from the fueling tank, it'll keep refilling it.
Yeah.
Kind of like the coal cars in Railroader.
Yep.
And that could be a fun way. Or you could put in a storage tank, and then you don't have to keep your tank car there all the time.
Yeah.
Alright, as we come up on the pass, I'm just gonna scout for places to put another, put a logging camp, see if I can find one that's gonna have a lot of trees.
Yeah, out here, I don't think you'd want to put a logging camp.
No, but once we get
there
up...
are trees, there's just not enough.
Yeah, but then we come up onto the pass, and I think it'll be a bit better.
Up in the mountains.
Yeah, well, of course, then you get to the pass, and there's not really a flat spot to put a camp.
Yeah. Or any spot
because
the,
yeah, because it's so steep that you don't get a whole lot of trees growing.
Yeah, that is one unfortunate thing.
Let's see, if I put one... There's like the pocket up here. That's about 626 trees. That's 709. Well, that flat spot would be 709. That wouldn't be too bad. And then we start... Yeah, that's about the highest. Here, I'm gonna map. There's also coal up here.
Ooh, maybe that'd be a good spot for a mine then.
Yeah, I'll have to optimize where the best spot for the mines are, though. There's a couple of coal reserves up here, which means there's probably space for more logging camps out here too. It's worth experimenting with, but that's also kind of a future me problem.
Yeah. The ground didn't render incorrectly right there. Oh well.
I'm gonna hop back on the train. So we are now 4.5 kilometers from where that station was. When we get to Schroeder, we'll probably be when we get to those platforms, we'll be closer to 5 kilometers away. It is kind of nice that you have the waypoint feature and you can see them, but right now, most of them you can barely read because they're all overlapping, and it's kind of hilarious. Yep, we are now...
That is kind of funny.
Yeah, we are now 5 kilometers from the end of track. Let's see. It's gonna be the next spot that we come up on. I mean, it should be Stamp. Yeah, it'll be the Stamford Yard, which is about 1 kilometer away now.
It's what, 1.5 kilometers from that station we just went through, or further?
It's like 2.5, I think. All the numbers are
Not too
overlap.
terrible.
Yeah, the numbers are all overlapping, so now I can't see. I think it says Schroeder is now about 2 kilometers from here, so 2.5, something like that. I can also use the
Okay.
map. I can also measure with the measure tool if I wanted to,
Oh,
but
yeah, you can do that.
you know, go into third person and do that. And we are about 2 and something kilometers, almost 2.5 from the next control point. And it looks like about 5.5 from Wabakek Beach.
Nice.
Yeah, you can kind of see the little curved transition for the platform there. Nyum. Over the river, through the woods, and into the super.
Grandmother's house we go.
Yep. It is actually kind of fun sitting on these flat cars and watching the super elevation.
Mm-hmm.
Might straighten out this line a bit. I'm trying to remember why I have to make this line swing so far that way.
Mountain?
Yeah, I guess it was a mountain and a lake. Bunch of mountains and a lake, that's why it swings out that way.
Oh. The engine automatically throttles itself when you
Yeah,
get max speed.
yeah, I've
Okay.
noticed that.
That's nice. I've been sitting here trying to regulate my speed by myself when I don't need to. It just won't really go any faster than its top speed.
And now we tilt the other way.
Control point.
Chase.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Yeah, the severe lack of super elevation on that curve right there is like, oh man.
Yeah, it's a bit obvious.
Oh well.
So, yeah, Wabakek Beach is the next stop. I don't remember how far it is. I can't see how far it is from here. It's like, you know, I've
Too
got...
bad you can't make the waypoints different colors.
Yeah, that would also be kind of nice. And then you could toggle them by color.
Yeah.
Or even just...
toggle them by distance. Like
yeah, that would also be helpful, so that,
have a
like...
specific radius of how far out they can be seen.
Yeah. It's also kind of funny because they display in front of my face ahead of the engine. So every time the engine comes in line with one of those waypoints, it's
You
obscured.
can't see the engine.
Yeah. Which is kind of funny. Okay, we are about 1 kilometer from the next Wabakek Beach station.
Very nice.
Although, for whatever reason, the waypoint for it ended up in the lake. So it's not actually at the station.
Interesting.
Yeah. Probably just misclicked when I placed it.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Okay, I don't remember if CP Wendover has a waypoint or not.
I think we already passed that one, didn't we?
No, we passed the chase, but Wendover is the next one.
Okay.
I also have a whole bunch of waypoints for like future coal mines, so I can find them. That doesn't help either.
No, no, it does not.
Well, we're coming up on something in about 7 kilometers. That might be the control point in question.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the only number I see moving with any, like, appreciable rate. Although I thought I put the control point a little closer than that. I don't know.
No idea. I'm not the one that built the map.
No, you're not. Or no, maybe that's another future coal mine. Yeah, I think that's actually another future coal mine. I
That
don't...
could probably be it.
Yeah. And then Douglas Lake is saying 5.5 kilometers. There is a number moving very fast, so that's probably for Wendover. Okay, that one was probably super elevated too soon. I did change this a bit. You can kind of see where there used to be track doing something a little different.
Yeah.
It used to swing out a bit, and then I just got rid of it.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does super elevate just a little soon. And then the transition back to flat, it's quite jarring.
Yeah. I'm still messing with how long those transitions ought to be.
Yeah. Here it is, we're almost there.
Yep. Wendover! Alright, Douglas Lake is now 3.85 kilometers away. And there's one of the future coal mine markers is closing in on 1,300 meters, so 1.3 kilometers. Again, I put a lot of like future coal mine markers in here.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, this pass also has a lot of coal, so somewhere up here there will be a coal mine or two eventually. And that one's got a good bank on it. Bit of a short transition again. I have to remind myself that for main lines, you do tend to want longer transitions. That curve should probably, well, at some point it will have a speed limit on it, I'm sure, when they make that something you have to worry about.
I mean, that corner you could make a little broader.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, cut down the straight sections on either side just a little bit. the causeway.
The causeway. Because way. The cause, because.
Just cause.
What cause?
There's a cause?
Without cause. Cause, cause, cause.
Let's swing around this corner at way
Whee!
too fast of a speed.
Yeah. That one's not going to have any elevation on it. There's just going to be slow signs. Because in theory, every train that's not a freight train stops here. I guess I could put in like a freight bypass around that station.
Yeah, that would be neat. One big long... yeah, going around that corner with no super elevation or anything at that speed just feels wrong.
We would
I
have...
should have went into the trees.
We would have so much brake squeal. Alright, I'm gonna turn off...
That's the corner where you put the opposite banking on.
Ah! Alright, so we're basically just going to come back the way we came. We will make a stop to drop off the water.
How far away is that?
We're still a ways away. We have to get to the single track section and past the sawmill. And we clip another desert or two. Yeah, at some point the line's gonna keep going beyond Lake Talon. I just haven't wanted to go further yet.
Fair enough.
And I mean, really, we've just proven that we've hit our maximum bonus just at Stamford, so... Probably won't try and go further until I run out of coal and oil and such here.
Yeah. But then again, you could start mining that stuff up that end of the railroad and bringing it back.
That's true. And then we wouldn't have such a long... we could have a reverse haul on our coal cars.
Yeah.
That's true. I might have to think about that. Get the mines near Schroeder running.
Mm-hmm.
The mines at Schroeder, the log camp, the sawmill up at Lake Talon.
One of the mines is going to have to be named Moria.
Yeah.
The nearby town could be named Rohan or something.
No. Oh, well, it's Lake Town.
It's Lake Town. Oh, even better.
Alright, this area is roughly where I was planning to put the hump yard. So this hill's probably...
a hump right there.
That'll probably get blown away, because that's probably going to be where the departure yard is. It's going to be intended as like a southbound hump yard, so the train comes back from Stamford, goes through the hump, and gets split to its constituent places.
Am I coming up to where I need to stop?
No, keep going.
Okay. Hopefully the tracks are all set straight.
I hope so.
Gets thrown onto a siding. Oh, this is Pottsburg.
Yeah. And we don't have to stop at the sawmill this time. I'll just sort out those cars later. Yeah, that's a curve that could use some super.
Especially at 100 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
I feel like because this is a steel bridge.
Yeah, it should have a higher
speed
speed
limit
limit. I'll probably get
Yeah.
rid of the speed limit. We don't even follow them right now.
Yeah, we don't even follow on. Point lock.
Yeah, like I said, the names I've made for these places are so arbitrary. Yoink.
We're going that way now.
Yep. And keep going. We're still quite a ways from where we're gonna need to stop and drop off the water tanks.
Yeah.
Alright. Don't need to stop here. And that little bit of bridge is also something of a yoink. That's okay. Yeah, I'll come back there and finish. Oh, yeah. Finish with whatever's going on over there.
Mm-hmm.
Those signals are bugged. They turned to red and then they turned back to green.
They were yellow on my end.
Well, they're supposed to face yellow that way because it's dark territory.
This one's red, the other one's green.
Yeah, also bugged. And still red, and they shouldn't be.
Yeah. Oh well. I feel like it's just something was done wrong when setting them up. And that must be something about it.
That's possible.
It could also be they don't like working across chunks.
I think that's probably what it is. Alright. As you come across this next bridge, start applying your brakes, but you don't have to apply them hard yet. We're going to cross the big span and go into a siding, and that's where the water place is.
Okay.
And we're gonna go past and then back the cars in. Maybe we should have put the water cars at the front so that we wouldn't have to take the whole train with us.
That probably would have been a good idea. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. You have to use the Y.
Yeah.
I thought this one had a balloon loop.
It did, and then I changed it.
Oh, okay.
I decided I was tired of loops everywhere. So this one's got a small yard and its own dedicated switcher now. And a little lead track that we hopefully will never need to use. Alright, keep it coming. Keep it coming. 2 cars. 1 car. And you're good. That switch. Alright, bring it on back. Check the map, make sure that, yep, we're gonna go onto that track. And we got quite the downgrade here, so you can cut the throttle.
Okay.
Yeah, it does make switching this complex a little tricky. Alright, about 5 more cars. 3... 2... Okay, that's good. Alright. We can proceed onwards to I guess the logging camp. And then we'll have to figure out how to get the coal cars up to the mine. Alright, as fun as it was to bring the logs up to the freight depot, I don't know if we'll do... I probably won't do that again. We'll just take all the logs to the mill and then from there up to the,
Yeah.
Up to, yeah. I'm gonna reset our mainline switches. It's nice because this means it can also double as like an actual passing track.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, I ought to come up with like a little table for what our passenger services are and what consists they use. I feel like I want to use Thorny Lake as like the main point on the south end, even though it doesn't have the biggest station or yard. Just because that's our start point, and that's kind of where it's closest to where any new players are going to spawn.
Yeah.
So. And there is actually a coal dock over here, so we can haul coal to here.
See, you have an unfinished bridge.
So that's the line that used to go to a logging camp, and we emptied out the logging camp.
Ah.
So instead of
you can't just remove the track.
Well, I can.
But leave the bridge.
I think you can, but I also needed more clearance for this track, so I just ripped up the bridge.
Yeah, I understand.
I guess if I really wanted to, I could put, like, bridge leading up to where the track is, and then there's just a gap in the middle.
I love how there's this weird, goofy little passing track right here.
That's Yeah, that's because when you go up to the logging camp, it's stub-ended. You can't go through. So this is so that you can run around your cars before you go up to that camp.
Shove everything up the hill.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also a mine up there. Oh, that's the other mine.
Yeah, that's the other mine where we're gonna drop these hoppers. Which I think what we do is we go around the loop, we load up these flat cars, we cut off the engine, and then we use the engine to shove the cars up the hill. I mean, it is set up.
Like a good idea.
Yeah, it is set up there so that we could pull the cars both ways because there's enough space for a runaround. But and then I think we'll just leave those there and probably end stream once we've done that.
Sure, why not?
I want dinner.
Yeah, it's almost yeah.
Almost 7. Alright, we should be lined into where we need to go here. Well, now we are. Yeah, I think this logging camp is starting to run out. We have enough wood stored, it's not a huge issue at the moment. Here, I'll cut off the engine and you can go run around and grab the hoppers.
Okay. Did you cut off the engine already?
Yeah. At least it should be cut off, unless... Yep, you're cut off. And I'll just keep loading up this. And I guess once you've attached the hoppers, we can also shove the other flat cars in.
Yeah, I can do that. This engine is way too big for this little branch line. I love it.
It is, but... Oh, and welcome back, Sir Hayden. You're just in time... You just missed, I don't know when you stopped, but... You may have missed the entire run up the new main line and into the giant yard, so you'll have to go back and watch the VOD.
I always wondered what VOD meant.
I think it's video on demand.
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna need to shove the flat cars back a bit more when you're ready.
Mm-hmm. You can still load that one that's not fully on there.
No, the crane is at its edge. It won't
Oh.
it won't let me.
It won't let you.
No.
Let me know when.
Keep it coming. But about 2 more car lengths. One more. That's good.
Cut off the hoppers.
Hoppers are cut away.
I think you...
No, they're cut away. You can keep going. You can take them away.
My brake line isn't going down at all. Oh, wait, there we go. It just bugged for a sec.
Okay, and those switches are aligned. There you go. And up the branch. Yeah, what might be more realistic for here is all these cars go to the yard at Skill Kit, the small yard there, and then like another V100 takes them down the branch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll probably end up rearranging Skill Kit a bit.
Sounds about like a good idea.
There's probably space for a few more logging camps out here too.
Yeah, there probably is.
And especially with the distance bonus, how much you can economically get out of a logging camp really goes up.
I know.
Admittedly, it's not.
We've been doing it.
It's not that high going to the nearest mill, but it's still decent.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll just spot these with the first hopper under the loader.
Alrighty. Which one's the first one?
The one
closest to the engine?
Yeah, closest to the engine.
I feel like the mines don't last very long.
Not really. It's a little. I think they really ought. Yeah, if more heavier coal deposits would be good, or bigger radius on the mines, maybe. All right, yeah, we'll leave that there. I'm gonna plop down a couple other hoppers I had stashed in my pocket. So glad
put
to
him behind this, and I could have coupled to him. Oh well.
Yeah, it would have been more. It'll be more fun for me later.
Yeah.
But I think we are gonna end the stream there. We've been going about 3 hours now. I'm getting hungry. And I do need to do a couple things to get ready for work tomorrow because I was in California this past week and my backpack is still a jumble of stuff I needed for that. So,
Still full of stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. I might stream again on Tuesday. But it'll be Railroader again, going back to the Railroader save. Because my normal day on Wednesday, I'm going to be at a Mariners game with my coworkers. Fun. But you know what? I can't complain. It's the Mariners.
I just discovered something new.
What'd you just discover?
Come over to the little mine train in first person.
Can you sit in it?
Yes. You can sit in the mine train.
That's adorable.
Oh.
You can't stand in the cars as easily.
No.
You just kind of.
But the engine has.
Yeah.
You can stand in the engine.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, you just float over the cars, but you can sit in the engine. Ah.
That's funny. Oh, look at the cute little derail at the end of the track.
Yeah.
Isn't that adorable?
Yeah. All right. Well, again, might stream Wednesday, and after that, who knows? Thank you all for watching. Have a good night. Go in peace. And, of course, take care.